To be specific, we're crossing to Kanyamazane, where our reporter Tumelo Machogo is standing by. Tumelo, good morning.
Good morning, Sakina. Here in Kanyamazane, learners actually showed up at school this morning, but to find the school gates locked here. They don't know who locked the gate by the early hours of this morning. Some of the teachers have arrived at the school. They're trying to talk to the learners right now, but most of these learners actually come here to come to school. These are the matric students that have come here to come to the school. Let's speak to one of them. About what is going on at the school and then talk to us about the disappointment that you guys have seen here. What happened here this morning? Okay, they don't want to speak to us now. They're actually listening to one of the teachers who's actually trying to explain to them what's going on. But it's alleged that the community came here and then they locked the school gates. So none of these learners can actually go into the school. Now the teacher, they're just telling them that they're not allowed to speak to the media, but this is what we have seen here this morning, that the learners showed up this morning trying to come to the school and trying to come to actually to get them lesson. I think they're just been told that they can go home now, that they can go home. We'll try and speak to them. Let's speak to you about okay. Talk to us about how are you disappointed about not coming to school, because you guys have not been to school for 2 months now. Talk to me about that. How are you disappointed? Okay, now they've been told that they can go home. They're saying that they're very disappointed. You know, we've been speaking to them throughout this morning. They've been telling us that they didn't even have online learning, that some of the kids had online learning, but for them, they did not even have online learning. So they are quite disappointed that they have been told now to go back home and they have not been able to go to school and they will not be able to go into the classroom this morning. Sakina, it's a disappointing day for some of these kids. Also, it's not the first school here in Kanyamazane that is actually been locked by parents, or also allegedly by parents. We understand that some more schools around this community that also being locked by parents because parents allege that the school have not been fumigated, the schools have not received any PPEs for the learners and also for the teachers. So some of the teachers have already left. They left this morning. Once they found the gates that were locked, they left. Some of the learners also, they did not show up to school because they knew that the school gates would be locked. So those who came up here this morning, they just found the gate locked. Now they've been told to go back home because the school gates are locked here this morning. Sakina, it's a disappointing day for these learners because they were looking forward to come back to school to resume their education this morning. That they want to talk to us about the disappointment as a parent. How are you guys disappointed and what happened here this morning?
I'm very much disappointed because you can't deprive children to go to school, and then this is totally unacceptable because there are people who have their own agenda here, who want to business with this coronavirus. That's why they lock the gate, they did everything so that they can profit out of supplying the sanitizers and doing all this stuff. So I'm very much disappointed.
And then the kids now, they have not had any online learning for 2 months now. And then these are matric students. They're supposed to be studying for the upcoming examinations. How are they going to catch up if the gates are locked today?
That one I can't answer because, I'm very much disappointed. As you see, the students are going home now, you see. But what I can say is I'm angry with people who want to benefit out of this coronavirus. To lock the gate, now even the principals can't go inside the school. Everything is locked, as it's locked down now.
Okay, thank you so much. One of the parents talking to us about actually what is actually happening here. I don't know if the principal and the security, they will try and open the gate, they will try and actually cut off the lock that actually are preventing them to get into the school. But at this point, the teachers are just standing here. The learners have already dispersed, going back home. What a disappointing start of the reopening of school here in Kanyamazane. Sakina?
Well, thanks to Tumelo Machogo there in Kanyamazane, and what an interesting situation developing there, Leanne. And we'll keep tabs on those developments because it would be interesting to see what happens. But where do we go to next?